Hey, quick question. Are you still tired no matter how much sleep you get? Like, you wake up groggy, crash by 2 in the afternoon and just feel like your body's not working right? What if I told you it's not burnout or laziness, i.e., but your adrenal glands shutting down? Let me show you what's really going on and how to start fixing it naturally. If you've been feeling constantly drained, foggy or wired at night and sluggish in the morning, you're not alone. Millions of people deal with chronic fatigue, and one of the root causes is something most people don't talk about: cortisol imbalance and adrenal dysfunction. In this video, we're going to cover what's actually going on inside your body, how stress messes with your hormones, the best natural remedies and adaptogenic herbs, and what to do if it's more serious than just needing rest. Oh, and don't forget to download your free Natural Life Starter Kit. It has my favorite healing herbs, a 7-day cortisol reset plan, and simple stress relief strategies. The link's below. Let's start with your adrenal glands. These small glands sit right on top of your kidneys and produce cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. When you're under constant stress, whether from work, poor sleep, emotional trauma, or even over-exercising, your adrenal system becomes overwhelmed. Over time, it can't produce enough cortisol, or it releases cortisol at the wrong times of day. That's when you get stuck in the cycle of feeling sluggish in the morning, crashing mid-afternoon, and feeling wide awake at bedtime. It's called HPA axis dysfunction, or adrenal insufficiency, and it affects your energy, your mood, and your immune system. Let's go over some common signs your cortisol levels are out of balance. You wake up exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep. You crash every day around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. You feel wired at night but exhausted in the morning. You depend on caffeine to feel normal. You're moody, anxious or foggy, and no one can tell you why. This is often described as being tired and wired, and it means your cortisol rhythm is flipped or flattened. Your body can't mount the energy response it needs when it needs it. Let's talk about natural remedies. Adaptogens are herbs that help your body handle stress more effectively by supporting the HPA axis and balancing cortisol. Rhodiola Rosea is great for mental endurance. Clinical studies show it can reduce stress, sharpen focus, and lower cortisol. Ashwagandha is one of the most well-researched adaptogens. It reduces serum cortisol, calms anxiety, supports sleep, and builds resilience. Schisandra and Eleuthero are fantastic for physical stamina and mental clarity, especially helpful in mild adrenal fatigue. These herbs don't just mask your symptoms, they help your body recover and adapt. My full adaptogen guide and usage tips are inside the Natural Life Starter Kit. Here's what helps most people. Sleep is everything. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep and get to bed by 10 p.m. Avoid overtraining. Too much high-intensity exercise can drain your adrenals. Eat consistently. Skipping meals leads to cortisol spikes and crashes. Reduce mental clutter. Deep breathing, journaling, and daily stillness help regulate your nervous system. And here's something that's often overlooked. Environmental and social factors like living alone, financial stress, or lack of community, these increase your risk of moderate to severe adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue has multiple root causes: primary adrenal failure, which is damage to the glands; secondary adrenal issues, which stem from pituitary or hypothalamus dysfunction; glucocorticoid-induced adrenal fatigue from long-term stress or medication. Science shows long-term stress physically rewires your HPA axis. It blunts ACTH signals, shrinks adrenal gland mass, and suppresses mood-balancing chemicals like B-endorphin. It's not just stress, it's structural. If your fatigue is severe, look for these red flags: sudden weight loss, salt cravings, low blood pressure, muscle weakness, and constant dizziness. Ask your healthcare provider for a salivary cortisol test or an ACTH stimulation test to evaluate your adrenal function. You can also explore trusted at-home testing options at naturallifebyadrodiaz.com. We offer a range of holistic lab tests, including adrenal function panels, hormone testing, thyroid profiles, gut health assessments, and more, to help you get to the root of your fatigue and begin healing with clarity and confidence. True adrenal insufficiency might require hormone support from an endocrinologist, but for most people, gentle and consistent natural strategies work. Sarah, in her 40s, worked full-time, worked out daily, and was always exhausted. Tests showed low morning cortisol and nutrient deficiencies. She backed off intense workouts, started taking ashwagandha and rhodiola, and prioritized rest and recovery. Within 3 weeks, more energy. Within 2 months, no more midday crashes. This works, but it takes time and consistency. Rhodiola Rosea, 100 to 200 milligrams in the morning on an empty stomach. Ashwagandha, 300 to 600 milligrams in the evening with food. Schisandra and eleuthero combine for physical stamina. Stick with it for 2 to 3 weeks before expecting big results. Cycle them every 6 weeks and always tune in to how your body feels. Cortisol isn't just a stress hormone, it drives your circadian rhythm. It should spike 30 minutes after waking and taper off toward evening. But chronic stress flattens this rhythm. You lose the spike, stay foggy in the morning and wired at night. Cortisol anchoring, morning sunlight and evening darkness can reset this rhythm. It's one of the most effective non-supplement tools for adrenal healing. All right, let's dive into a daily routine for healing your adrenals. Start your day between 6:30 and 8 in the morning with some sunlight and a glass of warm lemon water. Around 8, engage in some light yoga or take a gentle walk. By 8:30, fuel up with a protein-rich breakfast. At 10, consider taking ashwagandha or a morning adaptogen. Enjoy a balanced lunch at 1 in the afternoon. Around 2:30, give yourself a power rest or a quick 20-minute nap. Have an early light dinner by 6 in the evening. At 9, spend some time journaling, sip on a calming tea and turn off all screens. Finally, at 10, take magnesium and head to bed. Try this routine for 2 to 3 weeks and notice the shift in your energy and well-being. Let me tell you about Mark, a 35-year-old who worked in tech and relied heavily on caffeine. He was anxious, exhausted, and gaining weight despite exercising daily. We changed his routine to include more walks, strength training twice a week, and added ashwagandha magnesium along with screen-free evenings. By the 2nd month, he experienced better energy. In the 4th month, he was enjoying deep sleep. By the 6th month, he had achieved full adrenal recovery. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what's right for your biology. Adrenal healing is also about emotional well-being. It's crucial to replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of saying, "I'm lazy," remind yourself, "My body is recovering." Swap "I should push through" with, "I deserve deep rest." Change "I'm failing to, I'm healing." This mindset shift isn't optional, it's essential. Your nervous system calms when it feels safe. Honor your healing as a sacred season. You've made it this far, and that tells me you're ready for real healing. So here are your next steps. First, download the Natural Life Starter Kit. Then choose 1 or 2 adaptogens to try this week. Pick one lifestyle habit from today's video and commit to it. And don't forget to watch the next video titled "Are Spices the Secret Ingredient for Longevity?" That video will connect the dots between everyday herbs and lifelong vitality. Remember, your energy is sacred. Treat it with care. You don't need to hustle your way to healing. You just need rhythm, nourishment, and time. You've got this. And I'm here to help.